Thank you for joining Wars of the Rosies as we continue with Lesson 55, the Son of Man sitting on the right hand of power, of International Esoteric and Illumined Bible Lessons by R. Swinburne Clymer. International Esoteric Bible Lessons prepared for the Sunday Schools of the Church of Divine Illumination. Matthew 26th chapter, 57th verse to the close. Golden text. Hereafter shall ye see the Son of Man sitting on the right hand of power, and coming in the clouds of heaven. Verse 57. And they that had laid hold on Jesus led him away to Caiaphas, the high priest, where the scribes and elders were assembled. Verse 59. Now the chief priests and elders and all the council sought false witness against Jesus to put him to death. They recognized his superiority. They knew he had committed no wrong. They knew he manifested a power and taught a truth none possessed or knew. For this they persecuted him and had to seek false witness. Thus it is today. Verse 60. Though many false witnesses came, yet found they none. At the last came two false witnesses. Verse 61. And said, This fellow said, I am able to destroy the temple of God and build it in 3 days. They did not know the temple of God, nor that Jesus referred to his resurrection. They thought he meant the temple wherein they worshipped. The veil of the temple, that which held the soul, was rent in twain on the day of the crucifixion. Verse 62. And the high priest arose and said unto him, Answerest thou nothing? What is it which these witnesseth against thee? Verse 63. But Jesus held his peace, and the high priest answered and said unto him, I adjure thee, by the living God, that thou tell us whether thou be the Christ, the Son of God. Christ could not reveal himself only to those enlightened by the Spirit. These were the material elements, the dogmatic, the traditional, the blind of truth. Verse 64. Jesus said unto him, Thou hast said, Nevertheless, I say unto you, hereafter ye shall see the Son of Man sitting on the right hand of power and coming in the clouds of heaven. It was revealed to this man later the power and glory of Christ, although in his blindness and ignorance he accused him falsely of blasphemy. Verse 65. Then did they spit in his face and buffeted him, and others smote him with the palms of their hands. Verse 68. Saying, Prophesy unto us, thou Christ, who is it that smote thee? Did Jesus abuse the power he possessed by being goaded into a demonstration of the mighty things he could do and the glory of triumphing over his enemies? He did not. He did not subdue their mockery with signs and wonders, as some teachers of today have attempted to do. He kept the law of silence and power unbroken and attained greater power. Verse 69. Now Peter sat without in the palace, and a damsel came unto him, saying, Thou also wast with Jesus of Galilee. Verse 70. But he denied before them all, saying, I know not what thou sayest. Peter had promised to be true until death. But he knew not the weakness of the flesh, the desire for the material, nor the meaning of eternal life. We do not realize nor understand what immortality means to us until after the illumination. And Peter was not yet illuminated, and still clung to the flesh. And again and once again, he denied that he knew Jesus. Then the cock crew. Verse 75. And Peter remembered the words of Jesus, who said unto him, Before the cock crow, thou shalt deny me thrice. And he went out and wept bitterly. All his blundering weakness was pain to him, and he saw himself not as he thought he was, but as he was. He thought he was big and true, brave and strong, but when the test came, he realized his weakness and cowardice. And we are all like him. We think we are very much different from what we really are. We cannot see above self, and the wonders of that self we have learned to love. Peter's salvation came through that bitter trial and the understanding of himself as he was, and not as he had idolized himself to be. Jesus knew and recognized his weakness, but he also knew that the power of the material self transmuted to the higher self was a power for great good, although suffering opened the wound to cleanse it from its evil stain. Thank you for watching, and please don't forget to share, like, subscribe, and comment. And if you can, please consider donating to Wars of the Rosies. Links to PayPal and Patreon are in the description. Thank you so very much.